For decades, the United States has been the #1 dream destination for students globally for its world-class universities, cutting-edge research, and career opportunities. But according to a latest project, US universities are likely to see a 30 to 40% decline in enrollment of foreign students for the upcoming academic session starting in September. But why are fewer students choosing the US? How will this affect America's education and economy? Let's decode. The US student visa pipeline has been hit by a series of disruptions at the worst possible time, as newly issued F1 visa dropped 12%, nearly 22% fewer F1 visa have been issued up to May this year compared to last year. Between May 27th and June 18, visa interviews, the busiest period for processing student visas, were temporarily suspended. While services later resumed, the backlog only grew worse. This delay was compounded by a new directive requiring consular offices to closely examine applicants' social media activity, adding more scrutiny and uncertainty. The countries most affected were the ones that send the largest number of students: India and China. Visa backlogs are so severe that even students who have paid deposit may miss the start of the classes. In financial year of 2024, the US rejected 41% of all student visa applications, which is the highest denial rate in a decade. According to data from the US State Department, there has been a big drop in the number of F1 visas being issued to Indian students. In the United States, fiscal year 2024, Indian students were issued 86,067 F1 visas, which is a 34% drop compared to the previous year. The situation worsened in the first 5 months of 2025, that is from January to May, when only 11,484 visas were granted, which is 29% fewer than 16,105 issued during the same period last year. So, Indian students dreaming of studying in the United States are now facing tough times. Meanwhile, Pakistan, a neighboring country with tense relation with India, actually saw 28% increase in student visas. China, which competes with India in sending students to the US, experienced only an 8% decrease. Adding to the problem is the policy uncertainty under the Trump, including tighter entry rules and expanded travel restrictions. On June 4th, the US issued a travel ban on 19 countries, and reports suggest another 36 countries could face similar restrictions soon. For some students, these changes have made them rethink the US altogether. The emotional toll is also significant. Many students have already resigned from jobs, booked flights, or paid for housing only to face uncertainty and possible non-refundable losses. For first-generation learners or those from smaller towns, this can feel like years of hard work and ambition slipping away. Now let's understand what will be its effect on the US economy. International students are big business for America. US hosts over 1 million international students. Apart from their tuition fees, international students spend on housing, food, transportation, and services, supporting local economies far beyond the campus. They are also vital to research, especially in STEM fields, filing key roles in labs and projects that drive innovation. They bring in around $40 billion a year to the US economy and support more than 4 lakh jobs nationwide. Losing 150,000 students could mean a direct hit of $7 billion in this academic year alone. The states hosting the most international students, California alone, is projected to lose over $1 billion in revenue. Similarly, New York may witness a revenue loss of $980 million. Texas is likely to bear an approximate loss of $388 million. Now, you might be wondering why Indian students are at the heart of this. It's because over 3 lakh Indian students study in American university every year, making India one of the largest contributors to US international enrollment. The financial impact is massive. More than $8 billion annually flows into the US economy from Indian students alone. This money sustains universities, supports local businesses, and creates jobs in college towns across the country. Now let's understand, apart from US, where are the students going instead? With the US facing these challenges, students are looking elsewhere, and the shift is already visible. The United Kingdom, the second most popular study destination, is seeing a surge. Despite the new Labour government tightening migration rules and shortening post-study work visas, interest has risen. Undergraduate application for autumn are up to 2.2% with a record of 10% jump from China and 14% increase from US students. Graduate programs, especially in business and management, have also grown by 10%. Australia is also taking advantage, expanding its international student intake cap up to 295,000 by 2026, offering an alternative for students seeking top-tier education without US visa hurdles. Across Asia, hubs like Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia and Kazakhstan are becoming more attractive thanks to lower cost and smoother visa processes. Even countries that were not traditional study destinations are stepping up. The UAE, especially Dubai, is now a major education hub, hosting dozens of foreign university branches and recording a one-third increase in international student enrollment in 2024 to 2025. While NFSA, the Association of International Educators, has urged the US State Department to take urgent action to address the delays in student visa processing. Especially NFSA is calling for quick processing of F1, M1 and J1 visas and for the exemption of students and exchange visitors from current travel bans while maintaining necessary background checks. Whether the government will act in time remains to be seen, but without a sharp recovery in visa approvals in July and August, the fall term may begin with tens of thousands of empty seats. The US, once the disputed leader in attracting international students, is no longer the only dream. The world's brightest minds are now choosing the destination, and for America, this loss could mean less innovation, diversities, and influence in the years ahead.